ThunderJet Luxor OB 20 foot, and this is the wide high side boat with the offshore bracket. This thing is very clean, low hours, very low hours. I'll show you the hour meter here in a minute, but let's go around on the trailer, get you a good overview of everything on this boat. I'll tell you the good, the bad, everything like that. It's a consignment that we have here at Breen Marine. The price starting on is $47,000. Trailer brakes, swing away tongue, save you some space in your garage. We've got the stanchion with the jack or with the winch integration with just 2-speed. A lot of people don't know how these work, but you can normally cranking and they'll go faster. If you pull that handle out, look, I just put a whole nother click in it and hardly any effort. So it has the stanchion, it has a galvanized spare tire and wheel in the boat, and then from the exterior here we have a electric anchor winch by Minn Kota, and that thing has got to come off of this boat. That thing's ridiculous. I don't even know why it's on here. Sorry, that's one of the bad I'll get to here in a second. Aluminum reverse chine all the way from the bow, so your reverse chine drops all the way down the side here, and that showed up in how it rode on the water. We just got back from running this boat to test all the operations of everything, and when I was running this, it's really windy out here. You probably hear it in the microphone, blowing through the chop and swirling around, kicking up our own wake, and then going through the wake full speed, which was 41.6 miles an hour on this with myself in it. It rode really good. I was actually really surprised. I mean, I drive all kinds of boats, and that surprised me, as well as in the turns. That reverse chine helps a ton on this boat. So it really gripped the corners really hard, didn't slip out at all. Did really well, full speed turns. So that did really good. The negative of that pocket though is when you get air in there, it gets really loud. Now this boat's aluminum, all aluminum boats are really loud when you're running in them, but you'll get air pockets inside underneath that chime, and it gives it a real loud pop noise when you hit it just right. It's not real common, but it did that a little bit, so there's that. But man, it makes it ride really nice, and it hops out onto plane really quick too. So it's got a 140 Suzuki. Let's go look at the motors. Windshield wipers, good cleats on here. Chine guides on the trailer, so that makes it load easier for those chine guides on there. Oil bath hubs, LED lights on the trailer, all kinds of good stuff that way. Let's go ahead and check out the motor here. So it's got the Suzuki 140 and is a very low hour motor. It has had the maintenance done on it, but this motor did extremely well. Like I said, 41 miles an hour on this boat. That's pretty awesome for this big of a boat. And offshore bracket down here, you can see drops down back there. That's another reason you get a little speed, because you can bring the motor up a little bit higher. It still tracks really good. I didn't have a lot of porpoising when I lifted the motor up to get the RPMs up. Didn't get a lot of bow hop porpoising, so did really good that way. Let's see, overall the motor's in great condition. This prop's got a little bit of flaking of the paint, but I think that's just flaking. There's no actual dents or dings in the prop. We ran the trolling motor, fired off, did really good actually, even cold, fired right off. These motors hadn't been run for some time, so they did really well that way. One thing I like on these ThunderJets too is they've got a really heavy machined tie-down transom tie-downs, and you can hook up other things to tow with it, whatnot. And then you've got the rail that wraps around the transom area on here and has the downriggers up high in the back. And these are Canon Magnum 5s, and then we've got a nice top on it. You can tell this boat's been indoors its whole life. In-floor fish box, which is really rare for a boat of this size, but you've got an anchor in there, some storage. It's a fish box. Dual batteries rigged in here. It's got 2 batteries. Has a washdown pump in here too. This is just as a service. Go ahead and turn those off. Big automatic bilge pump that's down in there. 1,250 gallon per hour auto bilge pump down in there in the bilge. I haven't been in here yet, so I'm learning, or I'm seeing it as we go. That looks like it's mostly just a storage area back here. There's nothing in it. The batteries are on the other side. Just two and a battery switch to combine them up there. Nice thing on these, I love how they always put this cup holder in the middle. Kind of completes the boat. These are super stout boats because they put the ridges in the hull and preform it. It makes the hull really solid on these ThunderJet boats. And then this does have the carpet in the inside. A lot of people are like, oh, I hate carpet. This is exterior carpet. You can pressure wash it and everything, but it quiets the boat down a lot. These aluminum boats are loud as they are, and so that helps just a little bit with that noise, and it cleans up perfectly well. It's not like really thick carpet, it's quite thin and stuff. So we got a little rigging station back here and a big fish box in the back here with a few things in there go with it. So we got that, and then these seats. Check these seats out. So we got the big wide benches. So here's me sitting in one side, so I can stay on my side, so a couple dudes can ride together and not be too friendly. Cup holders on the side, and then obviously stowage inside your items that you want to take with you. Life jackets, most of the case. So the upholstery's great condition. 131.7 hours on the entire boat. So that's pretty dang low hours. 131.7 are really low hours, and it shows. Excuse me. It shows it's really a clean boat. They have the stereo up front here, so you get to decide, if you're a passenger, you get to decide what you're going to be hearing. Up in there on the dash here, we've got the VHF radio there. We've got a Lawrence Elite 5 HDI, which has some maps on it and fish finder on it. One thing I noticed is of all the different things that make a boat, this steering wheel has this rubber coating on it, right? It's a normal stainless steel steering wheel, but man, when you're steering this thing, you can grip this so good. So if your hands are a little bit nasty or something, or you're wet, anything like that, you can still grab that really good. So that makes it for really nice for driving there. Got windshield wiper, starboard side only. Let's see, bilge pump accessory. Oh, this is one of the best things about this boat. You realize that most boats, their horns go out like all the time. Like if you've had a boat that the horn lasts more than a few years, you're lucky because horns go out. But there are very few of these horns out there that have the electric fire engine noise. You hear that weird noise? These don't go out. These last forever. These horns actually last. The other diaphragm ones, they go out all the time, and they make the little noise. How cool are you when you make that noise? And it's loud. It's loud outside, not inside. Okay, that was my little rant on horns. We got some more storage up in here in the front. Storage box closed off to the bow there. A fish box up in the front, or a box, an anchor box, whatever you want to put in it, up in the front there. So all in all, we're good. Height inside. So I'm 6'1". I've got clearance, barely got 1 inch clearance underneath the back, and then on the front one here, you kind of have to start ducking down anyways at this point. But I barely got clearance on this front bar right here. So if I'm up here, I'm fine. If I want to stand up and walk up here, it's not bad here. I'm going to do it naturally. So you do start ducking down right about there to sit in the seat. And we've got the grab bars up here. Awesome to have. Those are great. Pull up, jump out. Quite a bit of fishing deck space out here. High sides. I'm 6'1". Got the sides all the way up here. These are really tall sides. So with the rails and everything, you feel like you're safe and you're in the boat really good. So it's a great ocean boat running offshore. Do good. Another bad thing is this back curtain right here that fills in this middle. It's not with the boat, and the owner doesn't know where it is. So you either have to have one made or take this off like most people do and just run without the back curtain. But actually it's kind of cool as it sits because it gives you open, but you still have a little enclosure from the wind and stuff. But there we go. This is pretty much it.